Hi, good afternoon, folks. In this video, Ryan Miller is going to get his due as his number will be retired next season. Coming up. This is one of those videos I'm going to enjoy making. This is something I've been whining and crying for on this channel for over a year. Even before he retired, I thought we should have hung his name in the rafters, but I get it. They were waiting for him to be officially retired. And without a doubt, Ryan Miller's name should be in the rafters. He's one of those guys that I'm glad is not going to get overlooked, because if you look at some of the guys in our past, you know, I can name off just a few like Craig Ramsey, Mike Ramsey, Jim Schoenfeld. There's guys that I believe should be up there. Jerry Korab. There's guys that should be up there that aren't. And I'm glad Ryan Miller won't be overlooked, because he absolutely should be in the rafters. So let's take a look at this article. It's not a long one. And talk a little bit about it, as this is a good day for Sabres fans. Let me make sure I got this. Here we go. Sabres to retire Ryan Miller's number 30 during 2022-23 season. And that, folks, is news. Great news to this guy's ears, because I honestly can't stress enough how this is the right thing to do. Let's go into it. The Buffalo Sabres will honor a franchise icon by retiring his jersey next season. Ryan Miller, who tended goal for the Sabres for 12 years, will have his number 30 raised to the rafters next season. Miller will also be inducted into the Sabres Hall of Fame. In 5+ decades, no player has worn the Buffalo Sabres sweater with more authenticity, intensity, and pride than you did for 12 unforgettable years. Longtime Sabres broadcaster Rick Jeanneret said in a video announcing the news. And I'm going to put the clip, okay? I got this from Sportsnet, and what I will do, guys, is I will put the clip. So if you haven't seen that video, it's 1.5 minutes long. He knew he was going to be inducted, okay, into the Sabres Hall of Fame. He didn't know about his number, though, being retired, and they caught him off guard with this. It's really worth the watch. It's only about 1.5 minutes long. I'll put the clip to the article, and it's the little video. You'll see a little square. Just click on the play button and you'll get to see it. Continuing. Miller was originally a 5th-round draft pick by the Sabres in 1999. It should say 1999, and made his NHL debut during his 2003-2004 season, taking over the starting job full-time 2 years later. His best season came in 2009-2010 when he won the Vezina Trophy as NHL's best goaltender, finishing 4th in Hart Trophy voting, and won the Olympic silver medal with Team USA. In 2006 and 2007, he backstopped the Sabres to back-to-back Eastern Conference Finals, with the team winning the President's Trophy in 2007 as well. Miller is first on the franchise's all-time list in games played by a goalie, 540, and wins 284, and is second only behind Dominik Hasek in shutouts with 28. I was totally into Ryan Miller I remember from the 05-06 season on. I knew that this was the guy, not Marty Biron. Nothing against Marty, but I knew that when Ryan Miller came into the fold and that team hit its stride, that we had a Stanley Cup goalie. It's tragic we didn't win a cup with this guy. Another great goalie. Last clip in this article. Ryan Miller embodied what fans in Western New York expect from those who wear a Buffalo Sabres uniform: on-ice excellence, commitment, and authentic love for this community, Sabres GM Kevyn Adams said in a statement. His lasting relationship with the people here in Buffalo remains a standard we strive to follow every day. The Sabres traded Miller to the St. Louis Blues during the 2013-2014 season and would later play for the Vancouver Canucks and Anaheim Ducks. He retired in 2021 after 18 seasons as the all-time winningest American-born goaltender with 390. Now, let's take a quick look at his career. Here it is. I'll get you a more in-depth look in a sec, but you can see the longevity there, guys. And yeah, 2 of the years, I get it. He played 15 games and he played 3 games. But once he came into his own in the 05-06, my goodness, he was just outstanding, especially in that playoff run. But it was a great memories for this guy, the 06 and 07 runs that we had with him. And it was one of those guys in 2014 when we traded him was kind of heartbreaking. My mom just loved Ryan Miller. My goodness. If her 2 favorite players on that big team was Ryan Miller and Danny Briere. You know, it's hard to believe it's that long ago already. All right, let's look at the final clip here. We'll look at his career numbers in a different form. Here we go. Okay, so you've seen the 11 years played. He played... if you look, his numbers are really good, but let's take a look over at the right. Forget the wins, losses. Let's look over on the right. In Buffalo, in his whole time there, his whole body of time, .916 save percentage, .260 goals against average, 28 shutouts. And if you look at the bottom, at his career numbers, a .914 save percentage, .264 goals against average, 44 career shutouts in 18 years. And you know what? Ryan Miller, folks, is without a doubt one of the greatest goalies in our history in Buffalo. Whether you agree with that or not, I know I'm right saying it. With the second greatest goalie, I believe, in our history. Without a doubt, I wouldn't compare anybody except Dominik Hasek, of course. He gets the nod as the greatest ever. But, you know, he came in that shadow, and that was a big shadow to fill because we were trying to find that guy since Dominik Hasek, really, right? We were trying to find that guy. And in came Ryan Miller out of nowhere. He just developed very nicely, came in, took the reins as number 1, and ran with it. I'm really happy this is happening, folks. I really, I'm a big Ryan Miller fan. I've got to get a Ryan Miller jersey eventually, too. I know that. I do want to get one eventually. Ryan Miller will always be one of my favorite Sabres, absolutely, without a doubt. My second all-time favorite Buffalo Sabres goaltender, without a doubt. And maybe I could even go as far to say one of the top 10 Buffalo Sabres, my favorites of all time, without a doubt, probably. If I was to make a list, my list changes year to year because I do, but of course the guys like Perreault and Hasek will always be up there. They're always up there forever, But Ryan Miller gave me a renewed hope in a Buffalo team that I did not see coming in 2006. In 2007, we knew they were going to be good. We knew after the heartbreak of 05-06 that we had a powerhouse on our hands, that we had a Stanley Cup team on our hands, and we let a Stanley Cup slip through our fingers only because of injuries in 2006, which to this day still drives me nuts. 2006, that was the... and then 07, we tried, we came back, but you could feel in 07 it just wasn't going to happen. You could feel it before the playoffs. I knew that year. I knew in 07 I didn't want to run into Pittsburgh or Ottawa. And for me not to want to run into a team means they're most likely not winning the Cup. In 06, I didn't care who we played. I felt the Sabres had peaked at the right time. All the cylinders were firing. Everything was right. And it's tragic we didn't win the Stanley Cup in 06. It really is to this day. So I'm really happy for this man. I definitely will probably be a gulp in my throat when I see his number being lifted. That's going to be very touching for this fan. I'm really, really, really thrilled the Sabres made the right call here. This is really good. It's time that we start retiring certain players' numbers. This guy, without a doubt, should be up in the rafters. So I'm really, really happy. And I hope you do watch that clip if you haven't seen it. It's only about 90 seconds long, but my goodness, is it worth the watch. It's worth the watch because he's with his family when he gets the word, and it's RJ that announces it. So it's really sweet. It really is. Okay, guys, that's it. I got one more coming at you, and the big controversial trade yesterday. Good Lord, guys, come on. Come on. Anyway, we'll talk about it in that video. See you in that one.